Hey guys, so how's it going? As you can tell, probably from my last video as well, I got a new camera. Pretty excited to use it, so I'm just kind of making a bunch of videos, things that I think that are important. And since I won't have as much time since I have this job, I'm trying to kind of tailor these videos to things that I think really need to be known. In this video, I wanted to discuss something really important. People say that it's one of the most important skills of being a programmer. I definitely think it's up there with the top skills, especially a Unity developer. You're going to run into a lot of issues and a lot of bugs a lot of times. And I think the one most valuable skill that you can have is to be able to find the information that you need to solve any problems yourself, right? So if, let's say, you have a bug within your program, instead of going and trying to find someone to help you or like hold your hand through it, to go and look online and see what other people have faced or done when they face that problem, which is definitely, I mean, your problem is not unique, most likely, unless you're making some kind of a crazy unique game. But usually there's solutions. There are different solutions from different people online, multiple solutions to the same problem to help you fix that. Something that I face a lot in Discord and that I face a lot when talking to people is, you know, them asking hundreds and hundreds of questions on how to fix a problem or solve a bug. And it's not bad to be able to ask someone, simple question or one or two questions. When you start asking them to hold your hand along the entire path of the game making process or whatever you're doing, it starts to become a little bit too much because then at that point it seems more like they're making your game for you, or I mean, should be compensated a little bit with the amount that of time that they're putting in to help you. And not only that, it's pretty hard, especially if they can't stream their problems or convert their code to Git. It just seems a little inconsiderate to have someone be at your beck and call. Now, I'm not complaining completely about this for myself, but I've seen it happen with other YouTubers or other programmers that are more experienced, and people just ask them every single question and every single problem they have along the way. How did you do this? How do you do that? How do you do this? Why isn't it working for me? I mean, sometimes they can copy the exact code that you put on the tutorial, and for some reason it's not working. And at that point, it becomes some kind of a debug showdown. What did they mess up along the way? What kind of settings are messed up? And a lot of people, I mean, me myself included, and other people that I've talked to, don't have the time to make their own stuff, create their own games, do their own life, and then on top of that, take on another 2-hour debugging session with you, and not with you, but with whoever is asking this question. And so, yeah, I always say that I'm here to help. I am. I have no problem answering a few questions. But when it comes time to create your own game and you have 600 issues, 700 issues, the most invaluable thing you can learn is to literally use Google efficiently and find the answers to your problems. That will help you understand things kind of exponentially. You'll be able to learn so much faster, whether it's just simple movement scripts or even advanced, I don't know, using arrays or something. I don't know, populating or spawning enemies, or keeping a spawning pool of enemies, things like that. When you learn it yourself, when you look it up and you look up the solutions to how to fix things, you will learn things so much more efficiently, so much faster. And I just think that, I mean, let's take this guy on my Discord. I don't know if I'm gonna blur out the name or not. We'll see. I'm not into embarrassing people or anything like that. But I think it's a good lesson. Is he's asking me what's the best engine to use. Well, okay, that's a simple question. I have no problem answering that. The answers, it varies. It's more of an opinion, but okay, he wants to know my opinion. That's fine. I tell him, and then he tells me what he wants to do. Great, that's fine. But then along the way, he's like, "Oh, I ran into this issue. I ran into that issue. I ran into this issue." It looks as if he's not even googling the problem before he asks me a question. A lot of times the questions that he's asking are the top search on Google if you search the exact question he asked me. So I like to be helpful. I like to help, and I'm sure other people like to help. But at the same time, don't ask these developers in their discords how to do these simple things that you can find on Google in 1 second, because not only are you souring a relationship with them, but you're depriving yourself of the ability to learn and debug and problem solve. I think if you want to become a game developer, you're going to have to, you know, for lack of a better term, nut up and try to figure out exactly what's wrong with your code. That gets your brain working. that gets your code working. And I think it's very useful in the future if you want to either get a job or start your own studio, that you are able to solve these problems yourself, or not necessarily yourself, but with the aid of, not a physical person taking up their physical time, but a post that's been there. There's posts, hundreds of posts on Unity, Stack Overflow that deal with these issues, and you can solve it, you can learn, and you can take up your own time and use it effectively. Um, and not sit there waiting, potentially 2 to 3 days for a response. That might be, yeah, so it's like you're doing yourself a disservice by asking in a Discord how to solve it and kind of stopping your game development process. That in itself, I think, will lead to, giving up and quitting and things like that you might not necessarily do. So this might be unpopular. I don't know. But I think that if there's one thing you can learn is to, kind of take your development journey into your own hands. If you have issues, try to find it on Google, try to solve it. If you still can't find it, then yeah, ask for help from a developer, ask for help from someone else that you know. But I think more often than not, you'll be able to find at least some solution on Google. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. Thank you for watching this video. I got this new camera. I love it. I'm just trying it out here. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe. This is probably going to be my style of video, so maybe some tutorials in the future. But I'm liking this, and hopefully you do too. Thank you guys for watching. Uh, have a good development journey here. I hope to see you guys, comment below and tell me things that you're doing, things that you're working on. I'd love to see it. I'd love to help you, uh, as long as you're helping yourself as well. Thank you so much, and have a good day.